Okay, so you obviously know that they have sort of like a... Wait a second. There's also somebody else with like the same name that you have. You're D700M and they're D700M. I assume is that some sort of like Arabic name or slang of some sort? I don't know. Ugh. Okay. Yes, Arabic name? Okay. It is an Arabic name, eh? What does it mean?
Hi, hemseci.
Okay.
Action!
Action!
Where do you wanna go?
I'm gonna play.
I think Farah here is
I'm
good.
gonna go Hanzo. I don't want to play right now.
No, no, don't
So yeah, this conversation is terrible. Glad somebody's freaking out.
play Winston. They have one trick Bastion.
Looks like you're playing it though.
Don't do it.
So solo, healer, mercy. Triple tank.
Yep.
I'm trying to
The
watch
women's
this.
shares their mercy.
I got scammed.
I'm assuming sound comes back? Yeah, so this composition is pretty terrible. So you've got... oh, it's not as bad. I thought that your duo was stayed Hammond, but I just didn't see the soldier swap there. So, sniper, one hit scan, dive tanks. So this is always kind of a pretty difficult one to do when you're doing this sort of composition if you do stay on it. Do you stay on it? I actually don't know here. But, like, the weird part here is that these tanks, you know, they want to take space by diving pretty aggressively and have people coming with them. But the Mercy is not a very good character to dive in with you because it makes her really risky. And she wants to pocket either the Hans or the Soldier. Both are really, really good pocket heroes. So she want to kind of stay back there. So you guys are going to try. It makes it super, super hard for the tanks here to try and take space from the opponents without having really much support or assistance. And the Brigida here, you know... don't know what a Brigida is really supposed to accomplish against something like a Bastion, let alone a Pharah and a Widowmaker. So Brigida gets the most value when they're really up close quarters, can always proc Inspire, threaten with the Shield Bash, you know, constantly being applying damage and just shitting out heals every which way. But this is, right now, you're basically being hard countered. So hopefully we see some swaps here to the composition.
Time to read my PM.
Widow low. Farah half.
Tracking's pretty good.
Don't play Doom, don't play Doom, don't play Doom. I mean, don't play Winston, what the fuck am I saying?
I don't know, team. Yeah, I don't know.
Need healing.
I'd be most concerned about the Brigida in this composition. The Winston is certainly playable. Winston is playable in the vast majority of situations. But,
Yeah, they do.
yeah, the Brigida here is going to be challenging.
Nice.
Shit, they got checked.
So you're using some defense matrix here in order to kind of cross the gap in stage. Now, if you are doing this, it would be best to kind of just wait for a second. So the Bastion here is not going to have line of sight on you after you've crossed across this street, and you can hide behind here. But I assume your Winston wants to dive in right away. So you're using your micros and your defense matrix before you go in. Your Winston is getting healed. Looks like he wants to jump in. I assume he's going to jump in like 2 seconds. There he goes. Looks like he is going for a soft jump, though. It's a little bit far, so he's not going to be able to drop bubble. And then if you dropped a bubble, it would allow you to kind of cross that gap underneath the Bastion onto the point where you could apply objective pressure. So right now, you are again kind of like out of sync with your main tank here. Let's see how you do it. So there's kind of like indecision here. You already used your micros. They're not quite back off cooldown yet. And now that you're low on defense matrix and your health is starting to be chipped on, then you're going in. You're going up right as soon as your Winston gets his jump back. That's
Bastion one. Bastion one. Nice.
That worked. Okay. They're only running Mercy heals? Is that what they're running?
I don't want to play right now.
No, no, don't play Winston. D.Va. What the hell?
But I am...
Bastion one.
Let's look at this dive again. So your soldier took out their Pharah. The Winston jumps around the side. He keeps his bubble.
Spam shield, spam shield.
You take a lot of damage and then jump up there.
I'm on Bastion one. Bastion one.
Doesn't go right
Nice. Nice! Nice!
So definitely different than PC so far. I liked the call. I liked the commitment there, and that you just went right through the Orisa shield to get your damage onto the Bastion right as your micros came off cooldown. Your Winston was there to assist you, and they only had a Mercy. Your Bastion, the enemy Bastion didn't even try and heal through that damage. So especially with the pocket coming in from the Mercy and like a self heal there, should have been able to get a little bit more health back or live longer.
With the rest of Hams.
Don't one. Nice, nice.
I love the calls though. It would be fun to play with you in a game.
Are gonna come back? He's gonna go use barrage. Nice! I got him as the D.Va. What the hell?
Nice.
Need healing.
We lose an audio again?
Why is it really?
Yeah, so audio is cutting out at like random points, but
I'm dead.
okay.
Really, dude? Really? Are you kidding me? Why?
The Pharah just solo barrage your
That's
soldier,
so
and he's
sad,
not
man.
happy
Nice.
about that.
Die, just
I'm gonna
die,
solo
just die,
chip.
kid.
I'm gonna solo to
Die, kid.
Get fucked. I actually get fucked.
I like the shit talk.
I always get solo ulted. There you go. I gave him solo. Why is he on hog? No.
This is fine. Like, there's not really much to do. They're playing Orisa Bastion and not pushing into you.
Wait,
Nice.
they didn't even touch? What the hell?
That's good. I can't really
I got
coach the
that.
opponent being
Hog,
just
hog, hog, hog.
flaming
Don't worry, I
idiots.
got him. Oh, they're all... Okay.
Oh, are you doing a set bomb?
I think I will get 2 or 3 or something here.
That was probably... Oh, yeah,
Nice, I
nice
got
one.
two.
The timing was a little bit risky there, just because you had to wait for your boosters to come back off before you launched it. But no, it was a great placement, great lineup. You knew how it was going to go off the walls and the ceiling. It was, so I would say risky that you launched it in that regard.
Problem with
But
this gameplay here. He's definitely not existing hard
he
enough.
does need to start existing way harder. But no, good bomb. It's just it was on the risky side because you waited so long after the Orisa put down her initial shield. I think the Orisa's cooldown would have been at like 2 seconds after that bomb exploded, so it was still good, just riskier. And the other thing here is that it probably wasn't the best idea to use bomb, even though it was successful. So even if you had used a less risky bomb in this situation, and you still got those tail kills, even if it was a 3 kill, even if it was a 4K, like look at the position of the payload and your time bank. So the opponent is staggered, or is going to be staggered, right? But your payload is already moving. So you could have used this in a fight that actually matters, and it's kind of ulting not only a one fight, because the fight was already won, and I mean that because of the objective. Like, you capped the objective, started moving into third, so you kind of just added insult to injury. You know, you'd already kind of punched red team in the nose, but now you're kneeing them in the face. But it doesn't, like, they're already down and out of the fight.
Hog.
No, I'm not
Okay.
Yeah,
Like, bombing and then chasing even further is good, because you'll get some of that ult charge back, but again, the payload's just kind of like moving uncontested during this.
kill him. He's one. He just one touch. One touch. What the hell?
Unlucky.
No, he...
Got him. Nice.
Put
Oh, Brigida!
Mercy. Nice, Mercy.
Oh no! Your mercy. Doesn't matter. It's like, none of
Mercy got
this
killed by
matters though, because the payload's still moving.
Unlucky.
Time too young to die.
Nice armor.
I'm dead.
Dude, look at the pocket, man. Like, Hassan is getting no healing.
Great defense matrix. Could be.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Oh, nice
Hold on,
tracking.
Mercy one.
Mercy.
Oh, she
no,
got
she
a
got
break
killed, she
pack.
got
That was like this is console though, and this is really great tracking. So
Dude, look at the pocket, man. Like,
So one of the things you could do is you could boost into this stream of rockets and then turn to fly at the Pharah so that she kills herself. I don't really have any problem with you defense matrix
Hassan is
most
getting
of
no
it,
healing.
especially when there's more damage going at her, and the Helix is what kills her.
nice.
But then, yeah, great tracking on the Mercy as well.
Dude, nice.
Super unfortunate that she gets away from
Hold
it.
on,
Yeah.
Mercy one.
Mercy.
But like great calls, especially when the heroes are actually won, and if people do look at her, she would die.
Oh, no, she got healed.
Yeah, nice.
Using dragon on top.
I like that you've moved up towards the payload here. So one of the things that this is like, you've lost Monkey, but they lost Pharah. So this is like in a 5v5 situation. So you're in an area where you want to kind of play it safe until you get reinforcements, unless you see an opportunity. But they are playing Orisa, so you can try and get the payload moving a couple feet during this kind of like slow play or software. Both teams are trying to like soft reset and get more reinforcements. So I like that you've taken the fight to the payload to try and get some extra distance. It's contested here, so if you can't get any results at this point, it's probably best to back off. Monkey got rezzed. And then you trade Brigidas. So this is a point in time where you've got kind of two options here whenever the soldier ultimates. Either you cover for the soldier, or you use that in order to put a lot of pressure elsewhere, or one of the things that you can do is if the soldier's coming in from the left side, you can boot people into his visor. So if you it's kind of like the same thing with 2 hit scans or 2 DPS of any variety attacking from the same angle, is if you go to the soldier, it's going to make it easier for them to defend against. Whereas if you go straight through main like you are and come in from behind of like a pincer, your soldier's still pretty safe because he's got corners and walls and a health pack and a pocket. So are you going to go up towards him? I would like to see you go more aggressive here with the visor active.
Heard it.
I got Mercy.
You did, and you went from that alternate angle. I liked it.
Orisa 1, nice. I got Orisa. Hog low.
No, with the high gun, turn
I'll
around.
get to go.
He's dropping.
Okay, just... I'm on hog now. Hog. I'm on hog. Nice, I got Para. Mercy rising. I'm on Mercy 1. Mercy still 1.
With it.
Mercy, just like 1 touch.
You got it?
Orisa 1. No, Orisa half.
Hog has no health.
Hog is half.
There's the shot.
So the way, like, with your tracking, it's actually better than a lot of, like, PC divas that I review. But, so your D.Va playstyle right now is, like, super offensive, and I think it's good, especially with your calling here. But you are going to be, like, you are the hero on your team who has the most ability to keep other people alive, and I think the way you're playing at sometimes might be exposing your backline to more danger, especially when you're playing Monkey and D.Va. Like this dive up to the top right corner here. So you go after the Mercy.
I got Mercy.
And she dies. This is fantastic.
Orisa 1.
You're on the Orisa,
Nice, I got
and you're just at a crazy, massive advantage. And when you're at a massive advantage, you don't have to play aggressive. You don't have to try clutch things out. You just keep stable, keep slowly outvaluing them, getting more resources, taking them out one at a time, making sure that, especially in a situation like this, where the spawn advantage is so heavily in favor of the defenders here, if they get one pick, that can be all it needs for them to kind of snowball and get back into the game. How you doing, Swimmer? Good to see you. Big fan, Swimmer. Big fan. You have to sleep. It's unfortunately 1 a.m. Hopefully we can get to gold Reinhardt VOD sometime. So yeah, you killed...
Hog low.
So Hog's vaping here. Yeah, Hog's Vape Nation, right?
No.
And you let him go. So this is kind of like Reaper's Wraith, Maze Ice Block, Moira's Fade, Tracer's Recall. This should be something that you can punish.
With the high gun,
But what happens, the Widow Call comes out,
Turn around.
and you want to do everything. You almost want to do too much. And then especially like pro-level play, a Winston zoning out a Widowmaker is more than enough. You don't need 2 tanks to remove a Widowmaker from the fight. You don't even need to really kill her. You just need to make her more or less useless. So as soon as you saw the Monkey going for this, whoop, 180, back to the cart.
He's dropping.
Okay, just... I'm on hog now. Hog. I'm on hog.
So yeah, like another time, you've already lost. As soon as your soldier went down, that caused things to snowball. You leaving the point allowed your Hanzo and your Mercy to die. Roadhog got his next vape off cooldown, and he was able to stay alive long enough for reinforcements from the defenders to arrive. So you trying to do too much is actually hurting your team.
Nice, I got Para. Mercy rising. I'm on Mercy 1. Mercy still 1.
With it.
Mercy, just like 1 touch.
You got it?
Orisa 1. No, Orisa half.
Is crouching hard to do on a controller?
Hog has no health.
Hog is half.
There's the shot.
Wow, how will I this push? What the hell?
Time to be young to die.
He's on Tracer.
Yeah, the body block on the Mercy was very nice.
How the fuck are we gonna? I'm gonna.
Waste of micro missiles here. You're not going to break the shield. You're not going to get ult charge from that. And then just you can use it, I guess, but then you have 8 seconds where if an opportunity presents itself, you're not going to be able to use it. So if like somebody shows up on the high ground from flank, you can't punish with micros.
I'm gonna have to get on high ground.
Routing power to forward shield.
Wait, did they use Raj or not?
No, he didn't.
Like you being at 0 defense matrix here is horrendous. So there's things that you are doing just as well as a top 500 player on PC would do, but your defense matrix usage at this point in time is like gold level. This is not good at all. So defense matrix is an insanely precious resource. One flash of the defense matrix can eat halt. You know, and a halt is something that they can use to set up to direct into, like, they've got a Widowmaker, you know, a headshot. So halt headshot, a halt with a direct from the Pharah and just some other chip damage is going to be enough to fuck you up. So look at your defense matrix here.
How the fuck are we gonna? I'm gonna have.
Almost all of it just gone. And for what purpose? You know, if you want to engage here, now you've got none of it. And at this range too, like taking poke damage like that isn't the worst thing in the world. You know, if you take like 100 damage, oh no, you're going to get support ultimates. The more trash damage they feed you, the more support ultimates you get. Now, I don't know if that's actually applicable in this case because I haven't been looking about whether or not your supports have ultimates, but just don't be afraid of spam damage. Your defense matrix is way, 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 way too valuable to use on just random ass chip damage because when you get into the defense matrix, the shit that actually matters, big cooldowns like sleep, like nade, like halt, like hooks. Of course, you can't defense matrix the actual hook, but you can defense matrix the follow-up long enough for them to actually survive. If any of these things happen, you're not going to have your defense matrix to keep your team alive. So you're getting so much value on D.Va because of how offensive a player you are, but you need to learn the defensive side of things and kind of manage your resources better.
Routing power to forward shield.
Wait, did they use Raj or not?
He didn't do the kit.
You got halted right into the middle of everyone when you're low defense matrix, no boosters, no micro missiles. So your cooldown management and your resource management just in general really needs to improve.
Are you? I got pushed down. Really, dude? How unlucky am I? Like...
Hug, ping me. Hug one.
Chase army.
Hug one. Got him. D.Va, Pharah one. I'm on Pharah.
Chase is one.
Close. God, aiming at vertical angles is a bitch, isn't it?
I can't chase his army the whole time. Chase is literally camping, man.
So I don't
my
really
God.
know what your Winston's doing during this because we haven't
Like,
seen
I
it.
feel like we're doing a lot, but how we lost this push, I don't know. I got
I think we're nearly in the Winston.
Winston, can you change? Is he in team chat? Go shield. Wow.
We don't need Winston. Like, is he not in team chat? Why is he not in team?
No, yeah, here you go, Ryan. Nice.
Oh, yeah. You'll have it back, but it's a bad habit you need to get out of is just
The
wasting
problem is the
defense
shield.
matrix as fully as you are.
I can deal with the Pharah, but he's getting hard for it.
Yeah, I know, bro. I'm shooting his shit, bro. There's hook and a tracer missile. Is that hook?
Yep, get the hug.
Has no heals.
Sterben nicht.
I'm spamming so hard, dude.
Where's the?
Finally.
They're in boss right now.
I need heals.
Oh, flank bomb.
Oh, you did 1 damage there. Last hitter.
Road low.
I'm just kidding.
Wow, that was a huge one. Nice. GG guys.
Dude,
Before the season ends, and just stay there.
It worked!
I play to
Your team already got 2 kills while you flanked, so...
But I got it from like 3.
Cool,
3-2,
but you got carried.
Like 3.
well, I hope he doesn't.
Thanks for all your effort to help the OW community.
And I
Your
got
videos
0.
have helped me climb from to much love and keep it up.
This is my
Thanks for all your effort to help the Overwatch community. Your videos have helped me climb from 2.2 to 2.8k. Much love and keep it up. Cheers, Apex. Palladium Core, thanks for the 5-month resub. Vider with the $4 says, sad college student here, but your streams make my day a lot better. Thanks for all the content. Hope you're doing well. Jayne Love. I am doing well. Thanks for the kind words, dude. Payoff with the tier 1. Cool Mooley with the tier 1 for 2 months in a row. Hand Bomb. And then Wegsy, both with the tier 1. Morangatang. Yeah, he bidded me farewell as he goes to sleep. And J Seasons, thanks for the Prime sub as well.
Tiger City. Lights, camera, action!
Come on, I got
Most difficult part.
How you doing,
Most difficult
Yako?
part was
You having a good evening?
trying to win
I'm having a good
games
evening.
with throwers.
Yeah.
All the kids have fucking some kind of problem with this guy.
Action!
Yeah.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, FLM. Oh. Answer the donation question? I didn't find it, Juggernaut. Because you said, like, opinions about 1.3 patch, but did you have any more of a specific? What changes are you the most happy about with the 1.3 patch? Personally, I like Hogs the most. I actually haven't tested Hogs changes yet. Climb back to High Master on main in no time, thanks to it. Now aiming for GM. Gonna get my Flex Alt to Masters this weekend. Hog changes are very nice. He's got more of a place in solo queue than he does in pro play, which is also very nice. But yeah, Hog is a character that can just do so much and threaten flanks and find weaknesses in the opponent, where even if he doesn't find something, he's not in a position where, well, he will probably feed ult charge, but he's not going to actually die. Can usually escape, can bait people to overextend while chasing him. He's a good character. He's a good character, but like in terms of 1.3 patches, Ashe's introduction is my favorite, at least. What's your opinion on the Bastion buffs? I think they're good. Bastion's in a bit of a weak place right now. He's only really used in kind of cheesy situations. So, Davey, glad you're enjoying it. Staff is looking for the Pug server, apparently. Staff, Monk Omega. Real Omni. For the 6 months as I was planning to be a filthy white name, but your Seagull chat helps remove CCs.
Like,
so here's the sub. Welcome back, Omni. Welcome back.
I hope they run a Widow.
What was your composition?
I'm not gonna
Did you press tab while I was looking?
we can get it in overtime.
Okay, so maybe you're just playing with a Brig one trick, but your reflex is on Brig again. Not a character again that does a lot of help. Zen, huge here. Spam like crazy. Discord on things that try and take positions. Bastion, like, you're just going to get more shield break. Discord on the things that aren't shielded. You're going to have a defensive support ult. Ana would be really good. Yeah. Just, what does Brigitte really give this composition?
Like,
God, the amount of times that I've been fucking flamed in, like, the last couple times that I've played Comped, and I'm going to, like, Brigitte is not great here. And the Brigitte players or one tricks like, Brigitte is always good. No. Not always.
wait 1 minute.
I hope they run a Widow. I'm not gonna pick at all. I'm just gonna kick back.
Oh, look at him, he's fucking spamming.
I thought you were challenged.
Where is Brigitte bad? Brigitte is bad against long-range heroes. Brigitte is like really good if the opponent has flankers or dive tanks or things like that, but against things that play far away, kind of like a 2-2-2 comp or some sort of dived comp with them not a dive composition where they hard commit, but something like a Pharah Hanzo or a Pharah Widow. Long-range stuff makes Brigitte just utterly useless. So in this case, Brigitte is going to be just one more deterrent to being beaten by dive. But if you were playing in higher ranks where things like combos are going to take you out, not having that defensive support ultimate is just such a huge detriment to your team. Like, that's why I hate Ana Brigitte so much. It's not offense. It's just you have a Brigitte, but Brigitte works best when you're kind of like in close range, going against flankers. And if you are close range, you want to fuel that Brigitte with a ton of healing to make her basically invincible. But the Ana can't really keep the Brigitte alive, keep everybody else alive. You don't have the same greed that you do with like an Ana Zenyatta composition. You've lost your defensive support ultimate. So if they do things like, if they blade, if they grav, if they EMP, any of that stuff, you can't save your team as Brigitte. You can just exist. I don't usually take guesses at theory crafting. Or sorry, at theory crafting. Usually I like to play test things.
Holy shit, Widow got melted soon. Can you touch point?
Yeah, I'm touching. Fine one.
Holy shit, dude. She got melted so
Fine
fast. Her damage is insane.
Okay, I'm gonna break now.
So kind of unfortunate that you gave up first point.
Nice.
But it was good that you, like, in this composition, if they do try and take position beneath you, you are the one who wants to touch the point, and you want to touch the point behind the back right of this car, kind of like between the back right bumper and this doorway, so that the opponent, if they have to actually, if they want to force you off the point to start getting objective pressure, they have to walk into the sight lines of your bastion. So you dropped on the left side of the car, which is fine in terms of contesting, but it's harder for the opponent to actually force you off the point if you stand on the far right corner, where if they chase you, they get themselves into danger.
Mercy's damage boosting at the perfect time.
I have a trap.
What about Briggs End? Please, no. Good God, that sounds awful. There's not enough healing at all. You'll just slowly die. You don't just sprain your wrist from wrist aiming for 12 hours? Yeah, probably not. Has Blizzard server been bad the last 2 days for anyone else? Was doing placements and had several disconnects. A few. Are you Europe? Probably. Europe had some bad server issues the last couple of days. Payoff at the $2 says, Jayne, you are a good man. Jayne is the best man. Any Winston tips? I always play like a Ryan when I play him. By the way, you are a good, sexy man. I think my biggest tip for high-level Winston is learn when it's okay to do nothing. Just occupying space can prevent people from pushing into it. If you overextend, you would have to retreat, and if you retreat to a position where you could have just stayed, then they can force you out of it by pursuing, whereas if they try and force you out while you're at full cooldowns, they can force you off, and then you use cooldowns to retake. Hopefully you followed. That's kind of the main problem I see with Masters and GM Winstons. L Fireman with the $3 says, just switched to PC this summer, and after a little over 100 hours, I hit GM. Congrats. Thanks to all your videos. They really help. Cheers, Fireman.
Right side top when the Widow just grabbed him. Just tell him.
I see.
I'm just hiding on this.
Good retreat when you knew the boost failed. Defense matrix to get out of there. Also not a problem. Waste of micros.
Routing power to forward shield.
I like that. Defense, or sorry, putting, yeah, great positioning on here with D.Va. You could go get the Mega if you wanted to.
I got him.
Makes you one. Makes you one.
That's a bit more than one, but I won't fault you for it.
Fuck! Why did I even try to do that? I'm gonna see here, bro. He's 17. He's 17.
So the rest of your team has fallen apart, which is unfortunate.
They kinda soloed me. Yeah, that was so obvious, like too obvious.
Photo one. Oh.
Did you guys see that
Dude, the
Brigida?
Terra is getting.
Photo one.
Yeah, that was. They kinda soloed me.
Just slowly
that
walking
was
away.
So obvious,
Yeah, it's one of the things with like calling targets one is that you are playing with Bastion and Orisa and other things like a Junkrat also. There's recognizing kind of the capabilities of your team and playing around that is important. Like if you're calling it one, you should in your mind be knowing kind of who you're speaking to. You don't have to be like, you know, Ana, shoot the Pharah, she's low sort of things. These one calls are fine, especially if you know a target is exposed and killable, even if they aren't technically one. I'm not going to bitch about that because the main purpose of the call is to draw focused fire. But a lot of Divas and even some Winstons too will kind of like dive, call things are one, and call targets, but be unaware of the inability of anyone on their team to actually follow up on that call. So, especially if you are going to be doing these sort of calls and being an aggressive diva like you are, keeping track of the capabilities of your team when you're making these plays is pretty important.
Sucked so hard, it's actually insane. Like it's almost at a level that's more than Yezen. How Yezen is getting sucked. Pharah's one. Okay, never mind, Yezen Mercy again. Let's set up on high ground.
Jayne, can you explain what this player does that allows him to be top 500 without having good cooldown management? Really good mechanics, and I assume really good mechanics for console, and good comms as well. So sits in a bit of a neutral position, puts out a lot of damage, and then goes at people like a fat tracer and gets frags. This person's a playmaker. No cowardice here, no fear, goes in there, gets frags, calls for assistant, makes their teammates grab the game by the balls. And then, yeah, plays with a partner who's also a very good player. So, aggressive playmaker. Aggressive playmaker. Aggressive, mechanically skilled playmaker.
This guy is literally counter-picking. He's on Widow.
What? What happened? I dropped down. Bro, he even has armor now.
We're doing. I got
Yeah,
him.
like little stuff like that is really good.
Far down.
One of the things that you can do,
He has a mercy here.
I am surprised with like how much you're hard focusing Pharah. So a Pharah, if you're boosting at her in full health solo when she's getting pocketed, is an incredibly challenging kill. And you're also boosting at the Pharah before you know if they're using any cooldowns like jump jets or concussions or anything like that. And if you're not tracking the cooldowns on the Pharah, it's going to be even more challenging to kill them because you don't know in what order you go at them with. Because you don't need to, nor do you want to boost at a Pharah who doesn't have a concussion, because if you fly at them with the defense matrix, the only thing you're doing is preventing the Pharah from taking self-damage. But if they have concussion up, you need to defense matrix so that they cannot concussion mine off your mech to get away. Or, if you boosted them and they've got jump jet, the Pharah's like, peace, bitch, I'm out. So tracking the cooldowns before you actually go at the Pharah herself is super important. If not, you can tickle the Mercy and you can prevent the Mercy from regenerating just by like tickle, 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 tickle. And then once they get a little bit low, as soon as they use kind of a guardian angel in a specific direction, you can go with the Mercy. You're very aggressive on the Pharah without caring about their cooldowns, regardless of the situation, and it's not always working out.
Okay.
I got him.
Dude.
Mercy
Mercy's
with
gonna kill me because I'm one.
heal a Pharah. Oh my god. Nice. I'm gonna set up
That was in
behind.
Hanzo for literally 20 seconds until it's all over.
Yeah, no, so he's insane and really though.
Yeah,
I just tried out for my first team and I didn't make it, but the coach said I have potential and wants to coach me. Should I trust it? If you think the coach has things to coach you, yes. If not, find a new team. Coming at you again, my man. Biggest tip for pushing into Diamond is someone who flexes. Much love from Lethbridge. Pushing into Diamond, so if you're in Platinum right now, it's getting the most value out of your ultimate and not arbitrarily wasting your cooldowns. Don't be that guy who presses W out of spawn until he finds red people and then presses all of the buttons until the buttons are on cooldown. Go in with a plan, recognize when your cooldowns need to be used to get the maximum value out of them, and don't fuck up your ultimate. Don't fuck up your ultimate. Yeah, pretty much. It takes a little while for Discord to sync with Twitch. If you beat Zappas in a 1v1, are you better than Zappas? Absolutely. That's exactly how it works. Link your Discord, !Discord will get you an invite. Night Squid, you have a good evening.
But he's stupid.
I'm honestly really enjoying sub-only chat. I can read everything in chat. It's awesome.
Like he has good aim, but
Do you guys like sub-only chat? I'm asking the subs, but do you guys like sub-only chat?
he's stupid. You know what I mean?
Oh, you just sent it, Superion. With the $2 says, hey Jayne, what advice do you have for a former Tracer one trick now that Brigitte is in the game? Who to switch to? Also, do you ever think that meta will be more interesting, not just one death ball running into another and whoever damages the other win? The meta's a lot. Like that's a huge oversimplification on the meta right now. But if you're a Tracer one trick, try Sombra. If you want to really branch out and work on your mechanics and a hero that can be successful, like Tracer can be successful. All heroes can be successful depending how good you are at the game. It's just, the meta heroes are the ones that make the game the easiest, sort of, that you can kind of think of that way. So Sombra and Genji, try those two heroes. Mr. Clever, Salt Spoon, and Murillo. Thanks for the Prime subs.
Para flanking. From Beret.
Nice.
Mercy dead?
Nice.
Directs, dude.
Aggression.
Zarya one?
I love it.
Zarya one?
Yep. Push the widow.
Okay, I was on your side until you
sure,
called a
sure.
350 HP Zarya one. This is good. Don't let her regen. Defense matrix to back out. The Mercy didn't make a mistake. That's fine. Get topped up. Get your cooldowns back. Good stuff. Get to high ground, right? You can always use gravity to get from high to low, but you got to use cooldowns to get from low to high. Oh, you're gonna bomb, aren't you? Get him.
They have triple dips.
Flex!
Oh my god, that pull.
Get him! Get him, son! Get him!
Take that!
Yes! Oh, that felt so good.
Okay, I'm
And that's why that guy's top 500. He also just seems like a guy who loves this game.
I'm going on high gun. There was...
There's a boost. Yeah, she's low. Good. Great. That time you actually did it. Kept an eye on her, saw the cooldown, saw her make a mistake, overextend. Boom. Punish. Didn't work. Retreat. This is better. It wasn't working originally. Great. Oh, she was reloading. Now you're in a bit of a scary position. Yeah.
Oh, the whole of them on me.
This is what I...
Get more. I need that juice.
Yeah, so one of the things... Can I demonstrate it? Can I demonstrate it? And let's open up Overwatch. This is... I'm gonna fuck this tech up so badly. We're gonna teach you a D.Va tech, chat. We're gonna teach you a D.Va tech. Wasn't a bait. Glad you're enjoying yourself, nerd. I am enjoying myself. This guy should stream. This guy's has YouTube has 4 million subs. I think he wants to start streaming Overwatch, which is why he's submitted the VOD here. But yeah, this guy's a YouTuber. 4 million subs or something like that. It's crazy. I think he's in chat too. Hi, dude. How you doing? He's Arabic though. I don't know. There's some Arabic streamers. The Oshtek Warriors guys. I wonder if this guy's friends with Oshtek. I coached Oshtek for a little while. Okay. I gotta remember how to do this tech just so that I can explain it properly. Do. Nope. Why am I not doing it right? What's the little hop thing at the end of D.Va's boost? Why can't I get it? Did they change it at all? It's the flick jump tech that takes you farther after you cancel your... Am I doing it too early? I knew this. This tech is a hard one. I've always struggled with this one. God. I'm not going to be able to get it. There's a way where if you cancel your boosters like right at the end there, you can get yourself to go farther. So instead of wasting out your entire booster, I'm not going to be able to demonstrate this one. Oh, God. I wish I could do this one. So there is a tech that exists where if you cancel your boosters, and it's something to do with the jump key and flicking up. This is so bad that I'm trying to demonstrate a tech that I can't pull off. But if you cancel your boosters at like the very last second and jump, I thought it carried you farther, but it's not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me. I wonder if it got patched? It's patched? Oh. Sad face. Patched in 1.19. Fuck! I'm sad. Rip. Disregard.
Can you get more? I need that juice.
I gotta die! Oh, the whole of them on me.
What?
Hey.
Some people are saying it's not patched. Emong, D.Va, jump, booster, tech, cancel. Where's this stupid thing? Is there any videos on it? I want to find this. Does anyone have a clip of it happening? If anybody has a clip of it being demonstrated, that'd be awesome. Note, D.Va. Didn't Note do a... I think it was in this video.
Hi, my name is Lucas Meisner, and I'm a D.Va one trick for Boston Uprising. So the first tip I'd probably give for D.Va is to use your matrix as selflessly as possible. Example of that would be like when your Winston's diving in, just shift behind him, put all your matrix into saving him, because if he lives, then your dive has a much higher chance of being successful. So you definitely want to use it for your team rather than just for yourself. Second tip I'd probably give for D.Va is to abuse the fact that her 1v1s are probably one of the strongest in the game. Only a few characters, maybe like Roadhog, you can't just like straight up 1v1 in a fight. And just your like Zen cancel your the savior specifically against Fair Mercy. It's a pretty popular comp in ranked and in competitive.
Yeah. Poke and pounce.
What you want to do is you want to take
yeah. He'll explain it, but this is exactly what I was talking about. He's poke Mercy on Guardian Angel boost.
Third tip I'd probably give for D.Va is specifically against Fair Mercy. It's a pretty popular comp in ranked and in competitive. What you want to do is you want to take any high ground that you can find that would normally be around the middle of the map. Try to hold that high ground as much as you can and use it so that when the Fair and Mercy come close, you can just fly into them, easily disrupt them, get enough poke damage so that your Pharah can just one-shot them after you've done some poke damage. You can even just keep shooting at the Mercy, stop her passive healing from coming in, and then just fly into her and finish it off. For my fourth tip, I would probably just give a general tip about exploiting your D.Va bomb, how powerful it can be. One trick that you can use to prevent
I don't care about this one.
And then use that. So I think the probably fifth and last tip I'd give for D.Va is just to be creative with the hero. One of the coolest things you can use your hair. So just wanted to thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you found these tips.
Oh, D.Va apparently. D.Va. Was there a second one, or is that the only one? Hey, look, Jayne reviews Grandmaster D.Va. Is this a Rickroll? This is gonna be a Rickroll, isn't it? It's a Rickroll. Okay. I thought, no, was it with Action? Action Esports? Nope. Was it with Blitz Esports? I want to find this tech. Yeah. If it is still a tech, I couldn't replicate it in the training range, and I don't know if it's still in the game or not. So sorry about that one. What is this, Juggernaut? Is this another... Oh, is it on Emong's one tip for every hero thing? Emong, one tip, D.Va.
Okay, you guys ready? Watch.
Okay, let's take a look at this. I'm gonna find this bloody tech.
Emong.
I love Emong.
Oh, did you do the drop bomb?
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is KarQ, and today we are joined by Mr. D.Va himself, Emong.
Hey guys, my name is Emong, and I am a competitive Overwatch player who
he shows it at the end
with Selfless Gaming, and I now stream full time.
We've worked together to bring you one D.Va tip versus every hero, a highly requested character, and we're here to deliver. So let's begin. Let's start out by teaching you an uncommon D.Va mechanic.
Most D.Va players know that you can cancel your boosters with melee, allowing you to do a quick burst damage of 25 from the boop and 30 from the melee. However, it is actually possible to melee without cancel in your flight.
Yep.
The trick to it is to begin your booster jet and melee immediately. If you're too slow, it will
if you melee during the booster animation, it doesn't cancel.
End up cancel on the flight. This means D.Va has an even higher burst potential than you probably thought, because she can now do 25 from the boop, 30 from the first melee, and another 30 from a melee at the end, without even factoring in your primary fire and micro missiles. This initial burst damage means that you can bait out crucial cooldowns such as deflect and recall without committing your micro missiles. It requires really good flight control, but if you master it, you will find yourself dictating the pace of the fights.
And with that, let's begin the matchups.
Is it at the end?
He has a very unforgiving hitbox, and using your rockets and missiles can essentially one-shot combo him.
Thank you so much, Emong, for joining.
Not in this video either. Ah, man, where is this damn tech? Have you seen the brig patch notes that will be released on PTR? Yeah, we talked about it earlier. What is this, Frozen? What's the timestamp in this VOD, Frozen?
Okay, here we go.
What timestamp in this VOD? 2209. Okay. Oh, that was the wrong button. Which one was it? Platinum D.Va Episode 1,
Here we go.
2209. 2209.
This point at the third point choke where there's like this big angle. You see this angle here? Where like there's like nowhere to escape. This
Am I
D.Va
being
ult's good. Now,
lied
if you get
to?
0 kills, I'm still okay with this ultimate because I feel like buttons and went here. In my opinion, once again.
Okay. There is a tech for on canceling your boosters. I'm not sure if it's patched. I couldn't figure it out in the training range. Damn. It's after this?
Again, difference of opinion.
I'm
going to
believe you.
Anyway,
I'm going to believe you.
Went into the ultimate for a second. It's important for your DPS to know. At this point, I would start backing out. You're a little bit low. Back is important. Doomfist on the right here. I would have chased him a little bit sooner to force his cooldown out so I can get back to him, but totally okay. Eat the healing orb. It can bounce back. Okay, never mind. It won't bounce back, actually. It's going to go off the map.
At the end of this? So he goes into a training range, does he?
I can just float backwards in general like that. That's what you want to do. So when you fly up, you can float backwards, and you'll be good to go. So gonna fly up, gonna float. I don't have to look. Gonna end up in the spot I want to go. So if you get the flow technique down on like maps with high ground, you
That's
actually
not the
save
technique
yourself
I'm
one
talking
extra
about,
second or
though.
so, extra 2 seconds on like your cooldowns, and you can just do that. So I want to cancel my flight. I can kind of maneuver myself in the air. It slows you down, and then you can maneuver yourself even with the low sensitivity. And then to show you guys the default.
Yeah, all subs can post links.
Too much in the default in general. Here, watch this. So what I mean by learn how to practice D.Va ults in general, did you move? I barely move. I barely move. You hit your keys to move yourself and adjust yourself, but you barely move in the air. Yeah. So rather than waste my cooldown to like fly and kind of be straight line, you can do stuff like that. Like I can literally be like, okay, I'm going high ground, but I can fly around like this, do this, let my float button go, turn myself around, all while still being able to use my keys, and it actually makes.
Oh well. So you used to be able to get a little bit of extra distance by manually canceling your boosters, but that's frustrating actually that I can't find that tech. Well, I just made Pilot's job way harder by butchering this VOD. Oh well. So even without this tech in this exact situation, you only ever want to fully commit to boosts like this if you can like confirm to take out the target. So one of the things that I was going to say here is that if you were getting really late here, if you realized even at the last moment that you weren't able to get the kill, you could 180 and you should be able to manually cancel into jump to float back to safety. But you like hard committed to this all the way into them. And then, you know, your boosters were canceled while you're still looking at them. This target still has like 70 HP. It's going to be very hard to kill, especially as you start to fall away from them. So boosting into them, but then you only ever really want to commit to something if you can kill them and then not be in trouble afterwards. Because you found it? Five movement tips you should know. Whose video is this? Is this CarQ? And what time? 2:48? Duplicate. I swear if this isn't it. 5 movement tips. CarQ. 2:48. So that's 3 minutes.
At first glance of that title, you're probably create some distance, again known as rocket jumping. There's a ton of videos out there showcasing a bunch of rocket jump spots that I encourage you to search up if you're interested. Alright, tip number 3 is that moving forward.
It's number 4? Did I just fail at math? Oh, I failed at math.
4. Most movement abilities in this game can carry momentum. What this means is that you can go even further than you originally thought with many hero abilities. The general way to perform this momentum hopping is to hold or press your jump key at a very specific moment during the movement ability. This will vary by hero, so I'll point out a few of the very practical ones that I honestly recommend that you learn. Starting with tanks, we'll go with D.Va first. This one's pretty simple.
Please.
As you use your booster jet, you should cancel it and then immediately press jump to give yourself a little
So that is it. Cancel, then immediately press jump.
bit of vertical height. This is practical because it allows you to start your cooldown a little bit earlier while still being able to travel in the air. For
Okay, but I wasn't working in the training range when I was doing that.
Learn. Starting with tanks, we'll go with D.Va first. This one's pretty simple.
Does it
As
only
you
work
use your
vertically?
booster jet,
I thought it worked horizontally too. Okay, so we found it at least. Let's take a look at over in the client. I thought it worked horizontally as well. We're learning, chat. We're learning. What a tangent this has been, right? Okay, so we know horizontal wasn't working, but vertical? You still get some vertical movement afterwards. Do you get more with cancel jumping? I don't even think you get more with cancel jumping. Was I too late on that one? Forward, up, jump. Oh. Boost. Up, cancel jump. Okay, and now I'll let it run out. Forward. Platform, get out of my way! Cancel, let it run out. You still get... I didn't cancel or jump that time, and I still got a lot of vertical. Let's do it again with cancel and then jumping. No, I'll do that better. I don't think it makes a difference. I don't think it makes a difference. I think this tech is gone. Like, entirely. Melee cancel? I don't think that's going to do anything either. Did it? I don't think so. I think this tech is, like, completely gone. So, up. No, tech's gone. Tech's gone. Sucks. Tech is gone entirely. Rip.
Need that juice.
Okay.
I gotta die! Oh, the whole...
I don't even... I really hope nobody took track of, like, how long that tangent was. Oh, man. Please don't tell me that was, like, a 40-minute tangent. But, yeah, that just means that you do have to decide earlier on in your boost whether or not you're actually going to return to high ground.
On me.
What?
Hey.
I'd probably... Like, they
Oh my
could have
God,
just
he
staggered you there. They could have just staggered you there, so either get back to your team where you know you're safe, or go to the payload to force them to either kill you or give you objective distance. 13 minutes. That's not that bad.
Nice.
What
guys,
the fuck? I just destroyed that Mercy.
Well, at least we know the D.Va tech's gone.
I'm back in the game.
This doom cast.
Yo, I can hit the wall. I can hit the hawk through the wall. What the fuck?
What? I keep forgetting that I don't have a pocket.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
You've had worse tangents.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that makes it better or not. Just... Narnia charges. Love it.
Wow. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna die on payload then. Okay.
Yeah, we can regroup. We can regroup.
Yeah. You can't stagger me. Stop the payload. I think I can get my ult before the...
Interesting camera angle.
You fought one. I'm back in the fight.
I want
I
to
think they have
go in
Barrage.
with Mercy, but I don't have a Mercy. She's
I'm just trying to get my
fucking
ult.
you. Like, it's so annoying.
Yeah, go with her. Go with her.
Just die!
The game did not want you to flame the Pharah, but I did like the defense matrix first find and then boost. Yeah, you're down 4. Chill.
I don't do anything.
No, I'm
You're down 4. They already capped the point. I know you're a high energy happy dude, but chill.
He's not
But
in a
chill.
team chat neither. Like, you can't tell him to heal you.
Just die.
I'm not a
What?
loser.
Our Mercy's not a team chat. D.Va,
Okay.
oh my god, D.Va Hans.
He cut the audio so he doesn't get banned.
I got my ult.
Doing it again. You like these bombs, don't you?
What the hell?
What the fuck?
Jackpot!
What the fuck? Understood?
Nice.
Bruh, what the fuck happened today? You turned into a god.
I like those bombs around corners, harder to see, and they've got an Orisa so they can't hide from him anyway. They've
I'm
got a
hiding on top
Pharah.
left.
They have Zen now.
Really? Really? How did he know? How? It's impossible that he knew. I was there. Sonic
Impossible.
arrow. Okay, that makes sense. Yo, we need to get it to overtime. We need to get it to overtime.
I wanna brush this, bro. I don't have heal.
Get him. Oh, you got him.
Yeah, that
Mercy.
gun would be nice for us.
Hanzo one.
So the other,
High gun.
when you're playing with a Reinhardt, you want to use him to kind of absorb any like spam and chip damage in order to close gaps. There's a lot of times on D.Va in this VOD where you've kind of just been like in the open without a main tank, like kind of not even caring about the positioning of your Winston. And then when you do have a Reinhardt, you were in the open moving forward behind your Reinhardt. So you were doing that because you had bomb, I think. But there's also kind of like your bombs are getting great value, but they could be used at times to get more value, if that makes sense.
1 HP.
Okay.
10 seconds remaining.
Farah gonna try to touch. I'm out
Come
of
touch,
flick.
my boy.
Nice. One.
GG, guys. GG. Nice.
Very nice.
Dude,
It's weird how much
we
Bastion
started-
is used on console. That's very interesting to see. And if this was like a PC game, there's no way this much Bastion would be played. But with you on D.Va, I think you're very aggressive, but you're almost... So you're aggressive and you're good at being aggressive. But there's times where being overly aggressive is finding you in positions where you're feeding. And trading in a 6v6 situation as D.Va is not something that you want to do at all. Trading with Mercy, maybe. Trading with like a DPS where you then get farmed and then that thing that you traded for got rezzed, you know, your death is worth a lot more in terms of ult charge. There's 600 HP for your mech, assuming you don't get healed, 150 for baby, 750 units of ult charge. That's almost 4 times worse in terms of ult differential with you dying compared to a squishy dying or something like that. So your death is, you're a very powerful character. Your death hurts your team a lot with how much ult charge it feeds. And then the lack of your defense matrix just makes the rest of your team even easier to kill. So be smarter about your aggression. Be smarter about the use of your defense matrix especially. Be okay with taking some amount of spam damage. And be patient with your bombs to get more value out of them. You're getting great kills with your bombs. You know how to use your bomb. But use it in situations where it's going to get you more objective value. So you're getting a lot of like kills. And kills are value that you exchange for distance on the payload. But right now, the distance on the payload that you're buying with the kills you get from your bomb is a very, very small amount of distance, or it's distance that you would have gotten even without bombing. So kind of, you've got good bombs, but you need to use them at better times. Not better times to get kills, but better times to get more objective value. And then more awareness with how you can work with your main tank. And I think you're already top 500, but you'll be supreme player if you do that. Yes. Yeah, for $300, I'll definitely review a VOD. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see a guy with so many subs come into chat. I hope that is what you were looking for and that you enjoyed it.